that our country would be truly independent when a woman could walk freely on the road at any point of time in the night. Well, it was a dream. It is still a dream and will prevail as a dream. A very good evening to you all. Honorable Principal, Headmaster, Senior Master, worthy members of jury, most respected teachers and all my dear friends. Today on this pleasant evening, it's Sagar and others representing Hoysala House up here on the dais to put forward my views in support of the motion we can make our city safer for women by making stringent laws. The United Nations Declaration of Human Rights says that all the human beings are born free, equal in dignity and rights. The condition of women in India has always been a matter of great concern. The patriarchal nature of Indian society, which even though with respect to women as sisters and mothers, has greatly hampered both independence as well as safety of the women. It is very sad to share that the day when a girl child is born, the discrimination will move on with her. She has to sacrifice her education, feelings, requirements, happiness for her brothers. Friends, what if you are already going such situations in your life? Today, the women are subjected to grave criminal victimization from both inside and outside their homes. Molestation, dowry-related violence, female infanticide, sex determination tests are some of the ugly cases of gender discrimination. A recent incident on December 16, 2012, a paramedical student was sexually assaulted by 6 men in a moving bus, which shook the nation to the core. I do hereby firmly say that all these men appear to be taking the words that God created women for men and only thinking of making use of her, and nobody is concerned to look at the struggle that she is imposing on herself to benefit others. We do have laws. We have laws that keep cats to the lion. We have laws that are causing no impact on the guilty. What punishment does our system provide to the guilty? 7 years of imprisonment. Is it proper justice? Or innocent victim has to suffer all of her life when the guilty just 7? Great injustice. Oh, the age-old Indian Penal Code has proved inefficient to curb the growing menace, and I would hereby firmly say that nothing less than capital punishment would curb the growing sexual overrides in India. Today, the women are subjected to greater criminal victimization. Some of my well-knowledgeable opponents may say that the mindset of the people towards women must be characterized. I feel it very unrealistic and illogical to consider all the human beings have only one mindset. All the people do not have the same mindset. Some of the people are such extreme devils who are extreme psychics or professionals. Only the fear of death may deter the growing menace in India. In my opinion, changing the minds of such people is really an impossible task. Stringent laws such as death penalty, life imprisonment, hanging or castration would create some fear in those lustful men. I feel pity on my worthy opponents who say that the women are bound to 4 walls and if they cross over they would create the trouble for themselves. I feel it very unrealistic and illogical to consider the women to be put in 4 walls as prisoners. Instead, the women must be provided security by the government, such as the deployment of human police, security in the public transportation system, installation of CCTVs on the streets. Some of my well-knowledgeable opponents may make sure and cry over short and skimpy dresses of women. For them, I would say dressing is a personal thing and none are subjected to question it. At last, it is very important for us to understand that it is the women who feeds the man before the night begins for him. It is the women who rocks the man while in the cradle. It is the women who teaches the man to stand on his own legs. At last, it is very important for us to understand that behind every successful man, there is havoc of a woman. In order to protect our sisters